Hi guys, my name is Beau, and I am so excited to be your United Nations Security Council Crisis Director this year at ILMUNC Peru. So a little bit about me, I am an incoming sophomore at Penn, studying international relations as well as Russian and Eastern European studies. As of now, it's a little bit up in the air. But I am going to be studying in Estonia for 8 weeks this summer, Russian language and history. So I will be flying directly from Estonia to Peru to see you guys and hear some amazing debate. So I might be a bit jet lagged, but I'm still very excited. So a little bit more about me. I am originally from Hermosa Beach, California. So I've always loved the ocean, loved the water. I'm a swimmer, lifeguard, rower, sailor, all of that. Um, I've been doing Model UN since high school. I debated all 4 years, put on our own high school conference, and since being at Penn, I've been an assistant secretary general for our collegiate Model UN conference UPMUNC, and am now an undersecretary general or USG for that same conference. So I also spend a lot of time at St. Joseph's University in Philadelphia as an Air Force ROTC cadet. So I do mock tactical missions. I'm working on flying planes, so working on my private pilot's license. And a lot of my friends think I'm crazy, but I do wake up at 5:30 every morning to go and train there, but I do love it. I'm also a piano player, been doing that for about 11 or 12 years, mostly classical or jazz. So feel free to come up and talk to me during conference at all. I love to chat. So now onto the most important aspect, which is the committee and the topics, which are both very interesting post-World War II, Hungary and Egypt. So there are a lot of things to consider here, especially given that UNSC is a hybrid committee between General Assembly and crisis committees, which makes it very unique and very interesting. It's one of my favorite styles. So given these two topics, we have to consider ethnic tensions, military forces in both regions, growing anti-Western sentiment, unstable political and governance situations in both regions, as well as both of these topics are set against the backdrop of the Cold War, which is also important to consider. There are constantly changing and fragile alliances regarding both of these areas, and the most important thing is how these two topics and their outcomes are going to affect the new international order post World War II. So given this unique and hybrid committee that UNSC is, an ideal delegate in this committee will be well-researched, confident in their knowledge and ideas, and adaptive. You never know what's coming, whether it be the crisis that I give you or the crises that your fellow delegates come up with. So take advantage of the powers that you do have, and don't underestimate yourself if you aren't a big country or feel like your country isn't very involved in either of these issues. Trust me, you can be. It's just up to you to make it happen through your debate and crises. So, that being said, it's also important to easily switch between the two topics. Treat them as intertwined. They are both occurring simultaneously, so it's important to consider the effect that actions in one might have on the other. Although they might not be exactly related, they might affect one another as they are close in scale. So, addressing the nuances in the topics that we've discussed is important, but it's also important to have fun with it. I always love to see delegates enjoying themselves, being creative, and seeing where their craziest ideas might lead. So take it from there. A little bit more about my Model UN experience. My favorite high school conference was ILMUNC in Philadelphia, so I flew out from California there to debate as a high school senior. And I was also a vice chair for this very committee, UNSC, with these very same topics last year at our collegiate conference, UPMUNC. So I am very excited to see your guys' takes on these topics and how they will differ, and see new perspectives on both of these topics. Um, Penn has always been a place that has pushed me out of my comfort zone, and I want this conference to be an enjoyable and similar experience for all of you guys. It is fast-paced, unexpected, requires a lot of research and knowledge, but also a blast. It's so much fun. So enjoy researching and the conference itself. I can't wait to see all of you in August.